outdoors. Let's have a chat about the trip that we did. 2 weeks, ended up being 13 days. Awesome trip, bloody awesome. I'd like to thank Petros Dodger for coming on the trip. Great blokes, and go ride with them anytime. And mates for life. Where do I start? We camped for, out of the 13 days, we camped for 9 out of the 13. The only reason why we got hotel rooms or cabins is because of the rain. The weather was just shocking in some parts, especially at Orroroo when you saw all the floods in the videos. I've never seen rain like it ever. The weather was unbelievable. Anyway, Sea Lake's a very nice place. Never been there before, so we saw the Lake Tyrrell, I think it's called. So our main goal in the trip was the Flinders Ranges and Oodnadatta. I was a bit pissed off because we rode all that way to the Flinders Ranges and it was all closed that morning. That morning it was closed. Just before we got there, they closed all the tracks in the Flinders Ranges because of the wet weather. So we just carried on straight through Flinders, and then up to Blimman. We were going to camp at Blimman and we changed our minds, and that dirt road from Blimman to Pitchinella, or I think that's what it's called. Anyway, the following day they closed that road. They closed that dirt road. We couldn't, so if we'd have stayed at Blimman we would have had to go the long way back. Oodnadatta track, brilliant. It was a lot better this time around than when me and Amanda did it. When me and Amanda did it, and when Amanda had the panic attack on it, it was real bad. This time it was really good. A lot of corrugations though, so I had trouble with my bike. Worked out to be a plug. They lift the seat off and there's a plug right underneath. Turned out to be a plug there. It had worked its way loose, so I've put the plug back and everything's fine with that now. So that's another reason why we didn't go to the Pink Roadhouse, because I didn't want my bike to go into limp mode. And the other reason is we found out the Pink Roadhouse was closed. All these people were coming in from Oodnadatta saying don't bother, it's all closed. The pub was closed, everything was closed. I think it's closed for renovations, I'm not too sure, but yeah, so that was the story. So that's why we didn't end up going to Pink Roadhouse. But the corrugations on the Oodnadatta track were pretty bad. When we got to William Creek, we took the dirt road down to, I think it's called William Creek Road, I think. Down to Cooperpedia, and everybody's saying, oh, it's like a highway, it's like a highway. Well, it wasn't like a highway. The first 80 Ks were just total corrugations were unbelievable. So you were sitting on 110 just to try to get over the top, and you were just still getting shaken around. Average speeds on Oodnadatta were 100, 110, 90 Ks. So that's what we were sitting on. The prices up at William Creek, absolutely ridiculous. Nearly $3 a litre for fuel. We went and had dinner there. For a hamburger and chips cost me $34. And I asked for a garlic bread. And you got 2 slices of tip-top bread with garlic butter on it, toasted. And that cost me $15. Other than that, there's nothing at William Creek really, just the roadhouse, but it's interesting place, very interesting. Yunta I found interesting, never been there before. Where else? Morgan, I've been there before, where you go across the ferry. Found that to be interesting, nice place. A lot of nice little towns that we went through. Nearly hit a kangaroo because I didn't even see it. Mine was elsewhere. This is where you've got to pay to concentrate. Other than that, all the bikes went well, except for mine with the electrics, but I fixed that when I got home. I had the Tractionator, Motorized Tractionator Adventure tyre put on the rear of the bike. I did have the Motorized Tractionator Adventure front tyre as well, not for the trip but before that, and I wore that out in 3,000 k's. It was the worst tyre I've ever had put on. I can't remember what the other tyre's called now I got on the front, doesn't matter, but I had the Motorized Tractionator put on the rear Adventure tyre, and it's brilliant. You wouldn't even realise I've done 4,500 k's on it. And mine's a big heavy bike too, so it was really good. What else? What else about the trip? Yeah, so it was expensive at certain areas. When we were in Maree, there was a bloke who come in to buy a bottle of Johnny Walker Red. And usually I think you can get, well, I don't buy Johnny Walker, but I think usually you can get Johnny Walker Red down in Melbourne, what, for 50 bucks or something, 60 bucks? Maree's $120 for a bottle. Well, he cracked the shits and said, damn it. Yeah, so it's pretty expensive. Most of the camping we did they just put 3 tents on one side, so it only cost us $10 each for each campsite we did. The cabins and hotel rooms, you know, just as norm. But there was a few places we wanted to stay on the way back, but we couldn't because everything was closed. Broken Hill, all closed up because they got no staff. We went to Silverton Pub, as you saw in the video, no staff, so they closed at 4 o'clock. We were going to camp there and we were going to have a few beers at Silverton Pub, but we couldn't because they all closed off 4 o'clock. So we ended up back at Broken Hill, where there was nobody working because they can't get workers. Don't understand it. Anyway, but it was a good trip. It was a bloody terrific trip. And yeah, I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I did find it hard towards the end. I hope you can see me. Oh, there's our little dog, JC. JC. Hello. She's a bull Arab cross Kelpie. She's beautiful. I did find it hard towards the end, just because we didn't have any breaks. It was on the go all the time, every day. We never had a break in between, like a day's rest anywhere. So yeah. So I found that hard. You need, if I was to do the trip again, I'd do it over 3 weeks and have more time off, sort of thing, you know, have more days rests. What else? No, that's about it. So I'm glad everybody has enjoyed the videos, or I hope everybody's enjoyed the videos. I'd just like to thank all my new subscribers that have subscribed. So I've picked up 40 odd subscribers since I got back, and that's just amazing. And we had a beer for all the subscribers at Sea Lake because Pink Roadhouse was closed, so we all had a beer there for the subscribers, if you saw in the video. But yeah, I'd like to thank all the new subscribers that have come on board. So me and Amanda we've got big floods all up around on the Murray and Shepparton and Seymour and Echuca, and my heart goes out to all them people who are up in the floods. Me and Amanda were going to go away Cup weekend on the bikes and head up that way, but I think the roads might still be closed, so we might, if the weather is fine, we might head off down towards the beachway, but I think everybody else will be doing the same thing. So we'll just have to suck it and see what happens next week. What else? No, that's about it. I think I've covered everything. Dodger and Petros, they enjoyed it. They loved it. Petros especially, he liked it. He was rapt that he did the Oodnadatta track, and he loved it. What else? I had to throw my tent out when I got back because that was stuffed. There was something else I had to throw out. Can't remember now. Cannot remember. But yeah, I just wore it out. It was only a shit cheap tent. I've got some good tents, but the 3-man, they were just too big. I just got a shit 2-man. I wore it out. Yeah. So yeah, so that's the next trip for me and Amanda anyway, is Cup weekend. So we're hoping to get out on there, get out on the bikes. I'll show you my tyre. So this was brand new just before the trip. We did 4,500, and look at that. You wouldn't even think, and I mean my bike's heavy, you wouldn't even think that. And there was a lot of bitumen riding in that too, so that hasn't even worn. It's a brilliant tyre, brilliant. So Bob, if you were going to get one because they're the best. They're the best. They're good tyres, Bob, and they got really good traction, especially in the dirt and the road. It was all right on the road too. Yeah. So don't know what else to say, but me and Amanda are thinking of doing the border run next year. It's the roadhouse on the border of Western Australia and South Australia, and once a year everybody meets up for one day and one night to have a drink and a feed. All adventure riders, motorcycle riders, all camp and do whatever. So we're thinking of doing that. That's about 4,600 k's. So all being well and all going well, because my lawns are a bit slow in August, June, July, August, so it's 2 weeks. So it's just all bitumen ride. So we're thinking of doing that, and yeah, but we'll do a lot of little trips in between. So be good. All right, well I'll let you go, and so I hope everybody enjoyed the videos. And I'd like to thank all the new subscribers and my old subscribers. I'd like to thank you too. And everybody ride safe and stay safe. And we'll catch you next time on Dino Madness Adventures. Right, catch up.